The good old days, man, that's what I miss the most. The memories are fading, but it still feels like a ghost. It comes back to haunt me in a good kind of way. Now I'm sitting here reminiscing on those good old days. What can I say on this day? I truly miss it. Remember back in the days when we never spoke explicit. I remember as a kid, every single Friday night, Nova Lisboa, man, you know I savored every bite. Chicken buffet, man, well that's a hard pass. I can't forget pineapple samoa in a bottle glass. Late leaf games on the small box television. My brother and my father thought they were in the division, but that's okay, I truly miss those days in my life. I'll be telling stories to my future kid and future wife. Sure, down the path we have hit some bumpy roads, but I've had consistent support, and with love I got loads. Let me tell you about the good old days, man, the good old days, eh. Let me tell you about the good old days, the good old days, the good old days, hey. Let me tell you about the good old days, man, the good old days, eh. Let me tell you about the good old days, the good old days, the good old days. Remember all those times when we didn't have to worry? Niagara Falls laughing at the queen to the curry. Over the years, I guess I had a special bondage that was due to Grandpa in 2014 at the cottage. We're still chillin', but what happened to the time? We both agreed the good old days in life was our prime. I always use the term, it only gets better than this, but today I'm overthinking about the times that I miss. See, the truth is, wish I could go back in time. Remember Club Penguin, now it's all about the slime. Where did it all go? Man, I don't even know. These memories feel like they happened ages ago. I've never even changed, I've been always going solo. As a young kid, I brought brands like Tommy Hill and Polo. Now I'm pondering on the memories that are made. My mental souvenirs, man, I miss the 7th grade. Let me tell you about the good old days, man, the good old days, eh. Let me tell you about the good old days, the good old days, the good old days, hey. Let me tell you about the good old days, man, the good old days, eh. Let me tell you about the good old days, the good old days, the good old days. Shout out to my family, my friends who made me who I am. The good old days were great even when we were in a jam. If you wanna know more, we used to play in 64, sitting on the carpet floor about to have a Nerf war. But as I'm sitting here writing, I can feel it deep inside. My nostalgia keeps a biting. I appreciate the people that were part of all my journeys, even participating, competing in those hockey tourneys. Rest in peace to anybody in the world that couldn't make it. I got way too much love in my heart, no one can ever break it. The memories have constructed me as this kind of person. I told you I'll never change, yet to be the only version. This feeling isn't just a phase, it's a part of all my ways. You know time sure pays. Man, I miss the good old days. Let me tell you about the good old days. Let me tell you about the good old days, man. Let me tell you about the good old days. The good old days. The good old days. Hey, let me tell you about the good old days. Let me tell you about the good old days, man. Let me tell you about the good old days. Old days. The good old days.